And we're live. What's going on, everyone? How we doing? Happy Tuesday. It is Henry Eisenstein here, and we're going to make some commercial real estate cold calls together. I got the dialer loaded up. We're going to have some fun today. Put this on speakerphone. Let's rock and roll. And here we go. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's make some magic happen today. If you have any questions, drop in the chat box down below. We're going to kick things off. I already got my post-it note ready to rock and roll. Let's get some seller leads. Let's write up some offers. Let's get some deals accepted. Let's have some fun. If you're ready to make some cold calls, give me a thumbs up. Hello?
Yes?
Yeah, hi.
Can I help you?
Yeah, hi. I was looking for the property owner of a building on Church Street in Montclair. How you doing?
Good.
Wonderful. My name is Henry, and I was calling for Hala.
The owner is not here right now.
Okay, is there a better time I should give her a call back?
I don't know, maybe 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Okay. Is Hala the only person I can speak to in regards to the building on Church Street, or would you be able to help me?
Excuse me?
Is Hala the only one I can speak to in regards to the property, or would you be able to help me out as well?
No, call when our owner is here.
Got it. Okay, I'll call back around 3 o'clock. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye. So I'll just set a task, follow up at 3 o'clock. We'll take it from there. Not much you're going to do if you're speaking to not the property owner. Keep in mind that a lot of people don't speak to the property owner. They speak to a gatekeeper. The gatekeeper says, I'm not interested. And you're like, oh, all right, I'll just go screw myself, right? Then you just realize, like, there you don't make decisions. You're like, oh, they don't want to sell. Well, how do you know? You're a gatekeeper. If I brought the person, if I brought them a $28 million offer for a $2 million building, they probably would sell it. Yeah, hello. I was looking for Mr. Trimpata. Okay, nobody home. I could hear like people speaking Italian in the back. So, by the way, we're going to go back to some Rubik's Cubing at the same time. Hello, Angela? All right, nobody there. She hung up. So, by the way, I posted something on Instagram this morning. If you're not familiar with it, by the way, basically what I said was, because a lot of people talk about buying like super nice stuff. They talk about buying like, Rolex watches. They talk about buying fast cars. They talk about buying, all this stupid stuff, right? Stuff that actually means nothing, right?
The person you're trying
And I'm going to tell you, like, look, like, obviously, like, I like cars. I like watches. Like, I like nice things, obviously. Okay. But as you make more and more money, two things happen. One, they start meaning typically less and less to you. A lot of the time, they mean less and less as you make more money. And then number two, hey, Frank. Okay. Great. And number two, you typically want to start making a little bit smarter moves with your money, because the more that you do smarter things with it, the more you're able to buy more stupid stuff, right? So, like, as an example, like, my goal is to buy, like, I want to buy a Rolls Royce. I was with a bunch of friends. They all have Rolls Royces, and they were like, oh, you should totally buy one. The point is, like, obviously, like, I want to buy a Rolls Royce. I'm a big fan of them. I've been a big fan for a long time. And it's like sort of like my dream car, right? And I can afford the car. It's not about being able to make payments or even being able to pay cash for the car. The question really is just how much smarter can I be with that money before I buy the Rolls Royce?
Can I help you?
Yeah, hi. I'm looking for David, please.
May I ask who's calling?
Yeah, sure. My name is Henry. I was speaking to David actually a little bit ago about his building on Southern, and I wanted to get back to him.
Okay, regarding
the building on Southern Street.
Are you planning, something you're interested in buying?
Possibly, yes. All right, got the nice jams going on. Anyway, so like it's not that I can't afford the car. I can afford the car. I can pay cash for it now. But the thing that people don't realize is because you can afford something doesn't mean you can buy. Like doesn't mean you should buy it, right? Like there's a large difference.
Can I help you?
Yeah, hey David. My name's Henry. I was calling you back. We spoke a couple months ago about your building on Southern Street in Trenton. How you doing?
Good.
Just wanted to see. Like I know you have. I think you had it listed for sale last time we spoke, right?
Yes.
Is that still listed?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, what's the traffic been like? I mean, obviously, I know we talked before. I said I was interested. I know you said you have a bunch of tenants in there, and you also occupy the building, right?
I don't know. I can't recall us chatting, Henry, but I have. I don't know, strategically good or strategically bad. I have gotten rid of all the tenants. It's just my company in here now.
Got it.
The building is up for sale. I have I've had a couple of offers on it.
What? Any reason why you didn't take any of the previous offers?
Basically, usually on the buyer, one was a pot grower, and when he found out that PSE&G was going to take 6 to 9 months to up the power to, I don't know, 6,000 or 10,000 watts, whatever it was, he said he couldn't wait that long.
Okay.
The other guy was let's say, recycler from China, and apparently he couldn't have his machines redesigned for the ceiling heights I have here. I don't know if he's gone or not, but he's gone quiet. And
Okay. So I'm curious. I know that the building's majorly vacant. I mean, look, I'm an investor. I'm not here to occupy the building myself. I know that probably an owner-occupant buyer could probably pay a little bit more of a premium than I might be able to. But would you be totally against doing any type of seller financing?
Depends. I'd have to see the deal, the holding up part of it, and then I'd have to see finances of who is asking me to do that. Now, I can't say for how long and what kind of the fees they were talking about. I would look at it. I'm not saying I'm opposed to it at all.
Okay, I mean, like just curious because I'd have to talk to my partners before we just randomly throw something at you as an example. Is there a reasonable amount of money that you'd be open to taking down, or is there an amount of money you'd need down in order to make sense of it?
If the reasonable amount of money I would handle is based on the reasonable offer that I received. So I think we're putting the cart before the horse there.
Well, I'm saying if the price was agreeable, I'm just saying I don't want to offer you something as an example that maybe you wouldn't accept, right? Again, I could throw a number at you after we do our calculations and we can try to go that direction. I'm just curious, I want to put a proposal together that you'll actually like.
You're aware the asking price is 2.5.
I am aware. Yes.
Okay. I hadn't thought about it, but let me put it back in your lap for a second. What kind of a money holding are you asking, or would you think would be that I should consider?
I mean, typically what I've been doing, or at least that I've seen success with in a number of circumstances, is somewhere around 20-ish% down, and then like a 3 to 5 year hold. Like what I'm trying to do, just to give you an understanding, is obviously because I'm an investor, it would be difficult for me to get a traditional loan, right? Right. So, which I mean, qualifications wise, we would get no problem. The problem is that the building itself would not substantiate any type of loan payment. So a bank is going to look pretty poorly at this building the way it is. And I know that the building obviously can have some decent value for sure. I agree with you. It's a good building. The challenge is for us and for a bank, we would need them to see it occupied, right? As full as possible, generating as much money as possible. So typically what we'd see here is that, let's say we made you a reasonable offer, ignore the number for a second, but just say, let's say 20-ish% down, you'd hold the balance for, call it somewhere around 5-ish years. And now obviously it could be faster. I want you to know, my intention is to lease up the building as fast as humanly possible and then transition into a longer term loan, right? As fast as I can. So, if I got it leased up faster, great. It's just, for me, it's, really about getting the building occupied, which would then make it look a lot better to a bank.
Well, even if you gave me, let's go to, we can do it full, but I got 20%. I don't know that 20% would work. I'd have still got to pay the real estate guy his fee.
Sure.
Whatever escrow we got to go through, whatever those fees are, then taxes on the building. I don't know that 20% works.
Okay, so look, I'm not saying that I would need you to accept that in order to do a deal. I'm saying just as a possible idea, I'm sure that there is a number, right? I don't know what that number is, and obviously maybe you have to talk to your accountant first or something like that. But you don't have any debt on the building, correct?
I do, but that's I have a line of credit for $250,000 on it.
Got it. Okay, so I just want to talk through the numbers, right? So let's break this down. So you got the 250 line, you got to pay that down.
No, let's call it 300,000 that I have just for
that's fine. That's fine. So 300 grand for the line. Okay. Then you got to pay the broker, right? And then you have to pay your attorney and other things like that.
Right.
Okay.
And if you're going to trigger an ISRA event, so that's, I don't know how much that be, but it's not as scary as I think it is. So I just got to wait and see what kind.
For sure. And plus, like with seller financing, it actually would probably be a more tax beneficial thing for you than not.
Yeah.
So, there is some positives there because you'd be making interest, not principal payments. So the tax difference isn't the same. Which we can work through. So it sounds like to me, based on that number, essentially like that's like around like, call it 400 grand, maybe 450, to pay that all off.
Yeah. Got
it. So then how much more would you need in your pocket before you'd even consider seller financing?
I'll have to do some soul searching on. Do this. Let me give you my email address. Send me an email. Whatever we talk about will be confidential.
That's fine. No problem.
Send me an email. Let me think about it, and I will put out your contact information.
Yeah, no, it'll all be there. Go ahead. What's your email? Okay, I'll have my assistant send over an email, and we'll take it from there. My name's Henry.
Henry what?
Eisenstein.
All right, Henry, I will look for your email, and we'll go from there.
Awesome. You're the best. And then when do you want to touch base again, just to make sure we can try to progress with them?
Let me see your email, and I would say, what's today? Today's a Tuesday, before the end of the week.
Before the end of the week. Okay. Sounds like a plan. We'll touch base end of the week, and I'll send you over the email today, okay?
All right, Henry. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Quick email real fast. Let's send him a quick email. Already muted him. We're going to send him a quick email. Let's quickly send him an email. By the way, it is easy. It is so easy to make calls that you could do a Rubik's Cube while you make your calls, because it is that simple. Real quick, here we go. David, great chatting with you. Oh my goodness, with you today. As promised, here is a quick email. We spoke about seller financing on your property on Property address. Now I'm going to break it down. 300K payoff, line payoff. 100K for broker. 50K for legal title. Anything additional? Taxes on any balance paid. What's going on? Good morning, David. How you doing? Any balance paid. Looking forward to catching up later this week. Send next. On the next one. Guys, look how simple it is. It doesn't have to be complicated, right? I can literally I did a Rubik's Cube while I was calling the guy, okay? And I had a good conversation. I sent him an email. I clicked next. We move on to the next lead, on to the next one. And by the way, the reason why I went seller financing is because the building is going to be sold vacant. The guy occupies the building. I'm going to be trying to occupy the building. I mean, or rent up the building, tenant up the building, right? Like we want to get some good tenants in there that are paying good rent. I obviously am not going to be able to get I'm not going to be able to get financing on this building when, you know, it's going to be sold vacant. Come on now.
To continue.
You know, come on.
Hello?
Hey, Michael?
No, there's no Michael. Can I help you?
Yeah, my name is Henry. I was calling you about the building on Palisade Avenue in Englewood. I might have the wrong number.
Which building?
100 West? Or sorry, 90 West.
This is 90 West. Yeah, can I help you?
Yeah, so I run an investment company locally, and my partner and I are going through a 1031 exchange.
It's not for sale. It's not for sale.
Is it for lease?
Okay? No, it's not. It's fully leased.
Oh, it's fully leased. Congrats. All right, that's nice. I mean, do you happen to have any other buildings possibly that you might be open to selling? I obviously know you don't want to sell this one.
No, we actually we do rental. We buy and rent. So.
Oh, refi and rent. That's a good business model. I agree. Okay, cool. Well, look, I mean, just out of curiosity, if I or one of my partners wanted to sell a building locally, would you want me to give you a call about it?
Which property? Englewood?
I'm just saying, I mean, like, do you only buy in Englewood?
No, I do Bergen County, Essex County, Hudson County.
Okay, and do you only buy like downtown retail?
Yeah, we are 90% commercial. If we have apartments, it's because they are above retails. If we just apartments, we don't deal with them unless it's like a tight deal, a deal that's guaranteed.
Got it. Okay. Just because I have a few partners that might consider selling in a few different downtowns. Why don't why don't I send you some info on them, and if it's lucrative, maybe we'll do something, and if not, we'll shake each other's hand and have a nice day.
Are you a realtor?
I hold a license, but I'm an investor. I'm not trying to list your properties or something like that. Yep. Okay, nice and easy. Yeah, and this was your cell phone, by the way? And what was your first name? I'm sorry. Max. Hey, all right, great chatting with you. Again, my name's Henry. I'll shoot you an email from my assistant later today. Thanks so much. Bye. So this is also one of those conversations where you got to flip it into a buyer, right? Like we have this guy, pretty successful dude, owns a number of properties in the area. I'm not gonna, and he, by the way, was kind of rushing me off the phone. It's kind of why I was hurrying it up a little bit. So I'm just gonna take down the information here, throw it into the CR in the M. 1 second. And here we are. One sec. Okay, let's see. Buys only in nice downtown areas, retail, ground floor, and okay with second floor office / multi. Looking for opportunities. Okay, and let's take this address, put it here. Essex County or close. Okay, let's put this in here, and we're good. Let's go to the next one. Next. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? We're going to go for a while today. I'm just going to show you that, like, it does not have to be this difficult, right? Like, to generate lots of leads. We already generated a great buyer lead, and we generated a possible seller lead. By the way, that seller lead is, is somebody I've been following up with for a long time, right? They've been following up for a long time. They ended up listing it with another broker.
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Mike.
Yeah. Who's this?
Yeah, hi, Mike. My name is Henry. I was calling you about the building you have on Route 17 in Paramus. How you doing? Okay, great. Oh, that's great to hear. Well, look, the reason for the call is my partners and I are going through a 1031 exchange, and we're calling up a couple property owners like yourself. And I was just curious if you'd be at all open to the idea of selling the building for a good price.
You got the wrong number, bud. I don't know nothing in Paramus.
You know, nothing in Paramus. Okay. I mean, do you have anything in New Jersey?
No.
Okay.
No.
Wrong number. Sorry about that. By the way, guys, you can kind of see my tonality, my rate of speech. I'm just trying out a few things, testing out, the functionality of different, movements in the script. I like testing and trialing things. By the way, that is the type of script or the type of tonality, rate of speech that people like Jeremy Miner would tell you to use. Okay, which I'm not saying is good nor bad. I think everyone has their own type of way of doing things. I don't think you should be speeding through your script. I think that's stupid, right? It's probably not going to give you the best results, right? It's not going to get you great results if you do that. Hello, Joe.
Who?
I was looking for Joe, please.
No Joe here.
Okay, I was looking for the property owner of a building on Orchard Street.
Yeah, no, you got the wrong number. What number are you calling?
Okay, I'm batting 0 for 100. Love it. Okay, thanks so much.
What number were you dialing?
I was looking for 205 Orchard Street.
No, but what phone number did you dial?
Last four is 1773.
It is. What's the first six?
973954.
Yeah, that's my number. But
I mean, yeah, considering we're on the phone, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess I was calling the wrong number. My apologies.
No worries.
Have a good one. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard somebody say on the phone. What number are you calling? I say the number, and he goes, "That's my phone number." No shit. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard somebody say. What the hell are you talking about? Obviously, it's your number. You picked up the damn phone. No shit. Oh my God, dumbass. Like what? Yeah, of course it's your number. Oh my goodness. That's the freaking funniest thing ever.
Calling Hackensack Meridian Health.
Okay, I'm just calling somebody new here. Let's do it, baby. People are just funny. Like, who says that? I'm sorry, but like, what the heck? People are just so freaking funny. Well, guys, we've been down for 25 minutes. We got a buyer lead. We got an interesting seller lead. Hey, Gary.
Again, press any key.
We got a bunch of voicemails, and we're going to dial for another probably 2 hours today. And I'm here just to show you that real estate cold calling is not that freaking difficult, right? Calling commercial properties is not that freaking difficult. Okay, listen, guys. I went to the gym this morning. I'm in my gym clothes, right? You don't have to be suited up, right? I'm in my house. I'm in an air conditioned, nice and air conditioned house. Okay, I'm at my standing desk. Okay, because I like to stand while I make my calls, just because it keeps my energy high, right? That I keep my energy up. It's easy. It doesn't have to be complicated.
Oh, please leave a message after.
Right? I got a system that dials for me so I can be hands free, and that's it, guys. Like, come on now. Does not have to be complicated. Sounds like the old Lily Tomlin bit. Is this the number to whom I'm calling? Yeah. Yes, it is. I agree, Scott. It's a great bit, by the way. I don't think he meant to do the bit, but he ended up doing the bit. By the way, guys, I don't know if you believe this, but the 5-year Treasury has dipped below 4 again for the second time. I think rates are going to start dipping. Commercial interest, commercial loans, the rates are going to be dipping just a little bit because SOFR is dropping. The SOFR rates are dropping. It's because the economy is in shambles, which, by the way, is a positive thing.
Hi, this is Sam.
A positive thing for some reasons and not so good in other reasons, okay? Listen, I think what is going on right now in the economy needed to happen. Hey, Anthony?
Hello? Yes.
Yeah, hey, Anthony. My name is Henry. I was calling you about the property you have on Wooden Street. How you doing?
I'm good.
Great.
No, my clients aren't interested in selling that. It's a warehouse building, right?
Yeah, I'm guessing you're a broker, not the owner.
No, I'm not a broker and I'm not the owner, but I've been represented the owners.
Oh, the attorney.
Since they bought the property.
Attorney.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Awesome.
not an attorney. No.
Accountant.
I do represent them. And I can tell you unequivocally, they're not interested in selling it.
Okay. I appreciate that. Is there any properties that you know of that someone that you may be representing might be open? Listen, I'm going through a $10 million 1031 exchange with a few partners. I'm calling up a few different areas. We already selected one property. I want to buy another one. I'm not here to waste your time.
I have a property in Phillipsburg that I'm a partner on.
Okay.
It's fully occupied. I think it's about, let me think for a second. It's about 17. I can't remember the square footage. It's 3 floors. It's all rented out. We estimated it as a value of about $2 million. I'll send you information.
Do you have an address real quick? I can look it up.
Hey, Val, what's the address of our property up in Phillipsburg? Hang on one second. I'll give you-
Take your time. No problem.
$370 Memorial Parkway, Phillipsburg.
Okay, got it here. And okay, I see it. You said you were looking for roughly $2 million.
Yep.
Okay. Well, look, I'll do some homework. Was this building occupied or is it vacant or?
No, it's occupied. It's fully leased. Fully occupied.
Fully leased, fully occupied. Okay, good to hear. So I'll do some homework. Is this the best phone number to call you back on it?
Sure. Yep.
Okay. And why don't I do this? Why don't I just get your email, and this way, if I have anything that I can put in front of you.
It's okay.
1 second.
It's a.
What kind of consulting do you do? Okay. Maybe I can refer a few of my buddies to you. I will. Okay. No. I can respect that. God bless. Well, I will. I can understand that. Well, question for you. I mean, do you happen to have just like any type of rough idea of the income roughly, like maybe on a monthly or annual basis for Phillipsburg, and I can do the rest?
If you hold on, I can tell you, hey Val, didn't we do an analysis for Spencer savings on the income and the expenses on Memorial Parkway? Why don't you email me and I'll get it out to you?
Okay, you're the man.
We just recently did something for Spencer holds the mortgage on it, and we just did something for them, so I can just send you.
I'll shoot you an email today. It'll come from my assistant, and we'll take it from there. Okay.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. So, look, guys, simple conversation. Look, I call them up. By the way, if all these people ask me, how can you flip it from a buyer to as you're going to buy a building, and then you try to flip the conversation if they don't want to sell, right? Like that's one great example. That's how simple it can be. That's it. That's it. I mean, he wants to sell his building for $2 million. I cannot even figure out a square. Yeah, it doesn't even have a square foot. It's a decent sized building, multi-story, three stories. Let's just see how big this baby is. I honestly am not a huge fan of the town it's in, but it's a 20,000 square foot building. Got it. Storefronts with office above. Okay, not too shabby. I'll have to do some homework. 20,000 square feet. Just to give you an idea, if he's running this at, let's say, $10 triple net, which I would imagine he's probably getting more rent than that, but $2 million. The problem is the town. The town is not my favorite. I'm not honestly thrilled about the town. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's see where it is in the town. Yep. Okay. It is as close to PA as you could possibly imagine without being in PA. That's pretty funny. You could be in Pennsylvania and you can walk there to New Jersey. Okay. Anyways, I like the deal. I don't know if $2 million will get it done. I'll send the guy an email and we'll take it from there. Bing, bada, boom, next. Thanks. Have a great day. Hold on. Let me just make sure I get his phone number. I didn't grab that. Okay. Now we can say thanks. Have a nice day. All right. Let's go to some of these questions. Sorry about that. David says, where do you pull your list of commercial properties? We use Crexy, CoStar, and Reanimate, and PropStream and IDI. Cadillac says, I'm new in commercial, been in residential for a minute, currently taking an intro to commercial real estate class to get the terminology right. Obviously, if you want to, you can download a ton of our courses online, has a bunch of information for you. You should just mute your microphone instead of make it easier to hear back the conversation. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hi. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, sorry about that. My name is Henry. I was looking for the property owner of the building at 210 Maple in Perth Amboy.
It's not Maple Street, it's 210 Smith Street.
In Perth Amboy, correct?
210 Smith Street on the corner of Maple in Perth Amboy.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it comes up as 210 Maple. That's weird. So I was calling you because my partner and I are going through a 1031 exchange, and I was just calling to see if you'd be totally against selling the building here on Smith Street.
Yeah, we're not interested in selling.
You're not interested in selling. Do you have any other properties in the area that you might be open to selling instead of this one?
No, nothing right now.
Nothing right now. Okay. Sounds good. I mean, if I wanted to sell a few buildings in the area, would you be open to taking a look at them, or is it a waste of time?
What's that? Say that again?
If I wanted to sell a few of my properties in town, should I be giving you a call, or is that a waste of time?
The properties in Perth Amboy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can send them to me. I'll look at them.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, what kind of properties do you typically look for? Do you like the downtown retail stuff similar to this, or what do you like?
Smith Street, right downtown to the airport.
Okay. Okay. So then, what's the best email for me to send you something?
John, JOHN at
Yep. Got it. And sorry, I'm guessing your first name is John. Okay. Well, I will. I'll have my assistant send over a couple different options that we have, and we can see what we can do. Maybe we have something that you like. Do you have a preference of like the types of properties you look for?
no preference.
No preference at all. Okay. I'll send you a couple options in downtown. You let me know if you like anything, and something like sub what, like price point, under what price point, ideally?
Let's say that again.
What price point should I make sure that it is under to make sure?
Any price point. We bought things that were $1 million, and we bought things, a package that was over $100 million. Any price point.
Okay. And you only like Perth Amboy, or do you like other areas?
Oh no, we're all over the United States and Canada.
Okay, got it. I mean, some of my partners own stuff all over the state, all over the country. So, I mean, what would be something perfect that you like to buy? Like if you could buy anything right now.
Well, send me the couple things you haven't put there, boy, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, that's fair enough. I appreciate it, John.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Bye. Okay, I mean, this guy bought $100 million portfolio. Obviously, we're going to try to do what we can to build some relationship with this guy. Jesus Christ. Okay. Wasn't expecting him to say 100 mil, but all right. I don't know what happened there. That was wild. 1 second. Copy paste did not work this time. There we go. Okay. Got his email, got his phone number in the CRM, sent a task. My team will take care of the rest. Call today. Nice. Thanks. Let's rock and roll. Hey. Yeah, Bob.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah, Bob. My name is Henry, and I was calling you about the building you have on Highway 46 in Dover. How you doing?
You're calling from where?
I run a small investment company locally, and I was just calling you about the building you have on Highway 46 in Dover.
I don't know why you're calling me.
I'm guessing you don't own the building then?
No.
Okay. Well, that would be a weird reason for me to call you. Sorry about that. Sorry.
Okay.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Please leave your name and number at the tone. Someone will get back to you.
All right. We're going to keep on cruising here. Hello? Hello? All right, nobody's home.
To prove you're not a robocaller, please enter the number 97.
All right, 97. Here we go.
Thank you. Connecting your call now.
That's right. Hammering those keys, Milo. That's right. Multitasking up the wazoo.
We are busy just now. Please leave a message for
Hello?
Yeah, hi. I was looking for Miss Brown.
This is Diana Brown.
Yeah, hi, Diana. My name is Henry. I was calling for either yourself or for your husband, Vincent, about the building on Passaic Avenue in Fairfield. How you doing?
Yeah. Good. How are you?
Wonderful, thanks. So the reason for the phone call is my partner and I are going through a 1031 exchange, and we're just calling up a few of the property owners in town like yourself to see if you'd be totally against selling the building.
We have the building actually on the market already. I can give you the realtor if you want his name. I can tell you we've had several offers on it in the last few days. It's the Walters Group, I'm sorry. And his phone number is Jim Walters, 973-464-6176. You can call him directly.
Okay. Just to clarify, I just want to make sure I'm understanding this correctly. It's the warehouse building, correct?
It's Passaic Avenue, yes. There's a pizza place in the front.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, I see here for $2.5 million.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay, I will run some numbers
Thank
and
you.
I'll talk to your broker. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye now. So, they have some offers. Congratulations. Cap rate 6.5. Price per square foot is $216. Ceiling height's only 12 feet. Rentable square footage is 12,000. I would be at like $1.5 million for this. What are they getting right now? All nets, all leases are triple net. Okay. Buyer responsible for buyer's agent's fees. Oh, that sounds like a wonderful seller to work with. This is why, if you're reliant, okay, seller will consider holding a note. Oh, that's nice to see. If you are reliant on properties in the commercial real estate business, if you are reliant upon properties that get listed for sale, just like a residential realtor who has a buyer, and you have to wait for other people to list properties for sale, if that's your business model, you are going to have a bad day. Right? Like it's just you can't be reliant on other people for business. Sorry. Yeah, it is going to be very tough.
Electrical department, please press 1.
And okay.
Message system 20167585996.
All right, we're gonna keep dialing. We're gonna get something today.
The person you're trying to reach is not a.
Do me a favor, guys. If you, one second. Hey, Joe. Was the worst voicemail in history. Do me a favor, guys. If you guys enjoy the content, please give this a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel or follow the channel where you're currently watching this on, please. It really does help us out a lot. You know, we do our best to post the best content possible. This is all free. I don't need you to buy anything. I don't care if you never buy something from me. I just would appreciate if you liked and subscribed to the channel. That's all. If you guys enjoy the content. Anyways, we're going to keep on cold calling. I've been down for 45 minutes. I'm going to go for probably 2 freaking hours today just to give you guys an idea of how simplistic it is to generate leads. Doesn't have to be hard. I tell people all the time, I would never tell people what to do, something to do that I'm not willing to do. If I tell people to make hundreds of calls a day, I would do hundreds of calls a day and have made hundreds of calls a day. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what we can do. Javier says, appreciate you doing these live. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for that.
811.
We have Cadillac says, love your content. Appreciate you, man. Means a lot. Thank you so much. Of course, I try to do these lives as often as I can.
Back to you.
My intention of doing the live streams is just to show the people that it's not that difficult to generate leads. You can literally pick up the phone. Hey, Mayor.
Hello?
I have the wrong number. Sorry. I spoke to them like 100 times. Not interested in selling. I do this content because I want to show you that it's really simple to generate leads. It's really simple. If you can if you get the right software, Crexy, CoStar, Reonomy, PropStream, does not matter what it is, right? Right. You pull a lead list and then you put it into a software that dials it for you, hands-free, or just even hand dialing. You can do it either way. It does not matter. Okay. If you just do that repeatedly and you do that every day, right? Like I was listening to Alex Hormozy today. Okay. And he talks about how he's like, yeah, I mean, I've had people come to me and they're like, yeah, I got one sale in the last 30 days. And he's like, okay, well, how many people did you reach out to? And he's like, 100. And I only got 1%. And he's like, okay, well, that's 1%. So then, okay, if you just did 10,000, you'd have 100 sales. He's like, 10,000 sounds impossible. Well, it's just reaching out to 100 people a day for 100 days. And that's 10,000 people. And you should have 100 sales or 100 FX, right? Like this is not real estate, obviously, but you get my point. And most people just don't do enough of it, right? What if I told you would sell a property every, let's just say 10,000 people you spoke to, you would sell a property. Okay. That's the simplicity of the game, right? Like, okay, if you spoke to 10,000 people as an example, and you could suck, you could be terrible. You could literally not follow a script and you could just yammer on and saying almost anything you could possibly think of. And if you spoke to 10,000 people, you would sell a property for sure. Okay. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying that, like, even if you were the worst salesperson in the world and you didn't know what to say and you never wanted to study a script and you were just like, I'm just going to make some calls and I don't want to do a script. I don't want to sound whatever. You could literally say almost anything. And if you spoke to 10,000 people, you probably would sell a property. Okay. That's almost for sure, right? Like if anyone here would object to that, if you spoke to 10,000 people in the chat below, tell me, what is your odds of selling a property? If you spoke to 10,000 people, okay, what is your odds of selling one property? You spoke to 10, and I'm saying conversations. You have 10,000 conversations. How many properties? Do you think it's a guarantee? What is the percentage amount you think that you would, on a scale of 0% to 100%, that you would at least sell one property for them? Okay. I think for me, be 100%. I think for most of you, it should be 100%. Okay. But so it's like, okay, well then your problem, because in this instance, right, we're talking about having 10,000 conversations versus 100 conversations. Your problem is your output. Your problem is the amount of action you're taking currently. You just need to enhance the amount of actions you're doing, right? Hello, Jimmy?
Hello?
Yeah, hi, my name is Henry.
Hello?
Yeah, Jimmy, I was calling you about the building you have on Irvington Avenue in Maplewood. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing great, thanks. So I was calling you because my partner and I are going through a 1031 exchange, and I was just calling to see if you'd be totally against selling the building here you have on Irvington Avenue.
Okay. Oh, no. My
say not for now. Okay.
Not for now. Do you happen to have any other properties you might consider selling, Jimmy?
No.
Nothing right now. Okay. Is it? Should I follow up with you? Is it like later this year or something?
That's okay. Well, if I need to sell, I will call you.
Okay.
I'll contact you. I got your number.
I understand.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
He's not going to call me. Okay. Like, don't ever worry. Like, don't ever think he's going to call you. I got to call this guy back, right? Like, he's obviously trying to rush me off the phone. Totally fine. I have his phone number. I have his information. It doesn't sound like he wants to sell it. No interest in selling. I'll follow up with this guy probably every 12 months. That's what this lead is. This is a 12-month campaign if I've ever seen one. 12-month campaign, which is basically follow up every, probably every 6 months or so for the next 10 years. That's what that means. 12-month campaign, follow up in 1 year. Okay. And that. Okay, next. So the problem is that you have an output problem, right? Like you're not doing the amount of output that is required in order to see the result. Because if you did 10,000 reach outs, 10,000 conversations, you'd probably sell one property, right? So it's like, okay, well, I'm not telling you that it's actually going to take you 10,000. I think it would actually happen much sooner, clearly, right? I think many of you can see success much faster than 10,000 conversations. But if that was in your head and saying, okay, great, all I have to do in order to sell my property. Hey, Keith? Yeah, hi, Keith. My name is Henry. I was calling you about the property you have on South Dean Street in Englewood. How you doing? I'm doing great, thank you. I was calling you because my partner and I are going through a 1031 exchange, and I was just calling to see if you'd be totally against selling the building here.
No, we're not looking to sell anything.
You're not looking to sell this building. Okay. I mean, like I said, I was going through a 1031 exchange, so I know I'm calling you out of the blue. I mean, would you be open to selling any other properties besides this one here on Dean Street?
No, man.
No.
I'm interested in another property.
Say that again, I'm sorry?
No, I'm interested in another property too.
Okay, got it. I mean, would it be completely not worth your time for me to make some type of offer on this building?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Do you happen to have anybody you know that is maybe selling a building that I could possibly take a look at? Nothing on the market makes any sense in this area.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Well, look, I appreciate the time. Thanks so much. By the way, guys, the reason, this is just to give you an idea. I'm never going to talk to this. This guy's also speaking at, I can't even hear him. My volume's maxed out. Right. I can't even hear this guy.
Hello, this is Alan.
Yeah, hey, Alan. My name is Henry. I was calling you about the building you have on Mill Road in Pleasantville. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Great.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much. I was giving you a call about the property on Mill Road because my partner and I are going through a 1031 exchange, and we're looking for another property in the area, and I was just curious if you'd be totally against selling the building.
I'm not really. It's not clicking what property you're talking about.
950 Mill Road.
In Pleasantville.
Yes, sir.
What kind of building is it?
It's an industrial building. Looks like it's a nice warehouse. Got some outside.
Industrial.
Yeah, industrial. Yep.
Yeah. It's not my listing. I don't know. Were you looking at something in Cherry Hill or Delran?
Oh, okay, got it. Oh, you're a broker, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I apologize. I was calling the property owner of a building, and I guess your number came up. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it's all right. What kind of buildings do you?
This is a broker. I actually cold called a broker. You like that? I'm looking for the large, value add industrial anywhere in New Jersey.
Yeah, that would not be me. I do investment deals, but more along the lines of multifamily or strip centers. Or
I mean, look, if you do value add, I'll do value add multifamily, value add, shopping centers. We buy $1 million to $20 million.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and why don't you, what's your name of your company? Is Henry?
My name is Henry, and my company name is Ironstone Capital.
Ironstone. Sounds familiar.
Yeah. So my partners and I
Are you from
were
Philly? Your company?
not from Philly. No, Jersey based.
There's an Ironstone and Cap in Philly.
Well, I mean, we've done some stuff in Philly.
Andrew something or other.
Yeah, that's not us. I don't know an Andrew.
Oh, yeah. And this is your cell?
This is my cell. Yeah, if you have anything good, I'll shoot me a text with your info. I'll shoot you a text with my email, and anything you have, I'd love to take a look at and take a swing at it.
How big of a 1031 do you need?
I mean, we have a $10 million 1031. However, you know, if you have a little bit of smaller stuff, we buy property all the time. So like, but you know, it's just really if it meets the metrics.
Sure. And you sold an industrial building recently?
It was a self-storage facility.
Self-storage.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty popular too.
Yes, it is.
I guess that was a good investment for you.
Yeah, did pretty well.
A little more work than industrial building, right?
That's for sure. Hence why, I mean, looking for a little bit easier of a job now.
Tenant versus multiple tenants.
Exactly. Well, look, shoot me a text. This is my cell, and I'd love to see if we can do some business together.
Henry, what's your last name?
Eisenstein. If you shoot me a text, I'll send you a text back with all my info.
Okay, Eisenstein. You're not related to Andrew Eisenstein?
I don't think so, but I understand why he has Ironstone in his company name as well, because that's the transliteration to German.
For Eisenstein is Ironstone?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, I just learned something.
Well, that makes sense as to why he also has an Ironstone company. That makes funny. Well, listen, good chatting with you, Alan, and hopefully we can do something.
They're in the Circus Center near 30th Street Station.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Nice talking to you, Henry.
Likewise.
And sure, keep in mind.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Alan. Bye.
Thank you.
I just cold called a real estate agent. Let's see if he sends me some deals. Was not the plan, but he picked up the phone. That was pretty funny. Okay. Javier says, what is the most important thing you should be doing as a new real estate agent? Generating seller leads, baby. Nothing is more valuable than generating a seller lead. And just when you're cold calling, right, for seller leads, right, what you're going to do is that you're going to run through your script. And then if they don't want to sell, you're going to turn them into a buyer. So this hopefully means that if you're doing this properly and you do it for long enough, you should be generating seller leads and at the same time be generating buyer leads. And then you're building your database over time, right? But seller leads is where the money is, right? Like, I don't care if you have Blackstone and you know Steve Schwartzman personally, you have to then go find property for him, right? So it does not matter if you generated, you know, like a bunch of buyer leads. Like, that's a great thing to have. But you make money when you find great seller leads. That's where you make your money. Kamasu says, does value add mean not market price? Value add means it is market price for what it is. It just means that we can increase the value of the property if we increase the income, if we clean up the building, if we make it pretty, yada, yada.
Hello?
Yeah, hi. I was looking for the property owner of a building on Mill Road.
No, there's none. We don't have any buildings on Mill Road.
Okay. I'm sorry. I might have the wrong number, but my name is Henry. I'm a local investor in the area, and I was just looking for another commercial property available because I'm going through a 1031 with a partner of mine. Do you happen to have any other commercial properties you might be open to selling?
Yeah, I'm an attorney, so we really don't get involved. We don't have any clients.
Sorry. I'm sorry about that. Wrong number then. My apologies. Okay. Thanks so much.
Okay.
Bye-bye. That's weird. Just like completely wrong numbers. Okay, let's keep it going. So Rudy says, do you... I'm going to start doing this, be easier. He says, do you use leads and prospects interchangeably? At what point do leads become prospects? So prospects, I think, it's the other way around, right? Like prospects are, everybody's a prospect until they become a lead, right? Like a lead is somebody who's ready to, is somebody who would like to transact, right? Like you have a high likelihood of transacting with, right? Prospects is someone like you could have a prospecting list, people that you can call, right? Like people that you're going to call.
Your name and number, and I will call you back.
But it's like everybody's a prospect, but not everybody's a lead, right? Like a lead is a higher quality prospect, somebody who is like, looking to do something, right? So, I pull prospect lists for my team and then we prospect that list, right? We call the list. And then based on people who respond and how they respond, they can become leads. You got it, buddy. Let's see what we can do. We got one more hour. Uno more hours. Hey, Rich.
I'm sorry, you broke up there.
Okay, I was looking for Rich Palazzo.
He's not in the building at the moment. May you take a message?
Sure. I actually have his cell. I'll just give him a call there.
Okay, no problem.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
She sounded chipper. She sounded very happy.
Paris Photos, how can I help you?
Yeah, I was looking for Will, please.
Who is this?
My name is Henry. I was calling about a building he owns.
Repeat, I'm sorry.
My name is Henry, and I was calling him about a property he owns.
Yeah, there's no person with that name that you're looking for.
Okay, wrong number. Thanks so much. And guys, by the way, just hang up. Like if it's the wrong person, just hang up. So many people are just like, they go on and on and on, and they're like not happy about the conversation, and then they're just like, "Screw you! Where'd you get this number from? Remove me from your list."
If you know your party
Like, just hang up the phone, people. Come on now. I don't need to explain to you who the heck I don't need, if it's the wrong number, it's the wrong number. Thanks. Have a nice day. Sometimes I'll go for broke and be like, hey, do you happen to have a property that you consider selling? And, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But it's like, come on now. So I'm trying to convince somebody who is the wrong person to sell. It's just weird. Is it all right to do both commercial and residential? I was told to only pick one. You can do both. I don't know why anyone told you that you need to do one. You could definitely do both. You could be...
Thank you for calling Sky Reserve.
I think a lot of people, if you talk to a very successful person, okay, like they would probably tell you that, again, for expertise purposes, you probably should choose one, right? Oh my God. And what I mean by like very successful, I mean someone who makes like $100 million a year and they're a commercial investor, right? For somebody who's been a broker for a long time and made over $1 million a year for the last 5 years in a row, like in the broker space alone, right? Like guys, look, I'm going to be honest with you. You can do both, right? Like it's like,
You reached Glenn.
I'll tell you honestly, like if you want to make big money, right? Like it's rare that you're going to find somebody who does both, right? Like obviously I have a team that does both, right? So like if it's a residential deal, I don't personally handle it. It goes to my team,
is not available to
right? Like I refer it out. Okay. But as a, newer agent, right? Can you do both? Yeah, of course. Right. Like do whatever can make you money, right? Like at the beginning, you're going to do it all. Right. And then as you make more money, you just can do less stuff and you can do less stuff well, right? Like you'll just do commercial and you'll do more of it, right? Or just do residential and you'll do more of it, right? So.
May I help you?
Yeah, hi. I was looking for Michelle.
Speaking.
Yeah, hi, Michelle. My name is Henry, and I was calling you about the building you have on West 7th Street in Plainfield. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Wonderful.
And sorry to say, I'm not interested in selling any of my property.
Okay, I can respect that. I was actually calling you because some of my partners might be interested in selling theirs, and I know you have a few in the area, and figured I'd give you a call and see if maybe you'd be open to buying something else.
Nope, my headaches are enough, thank you.
That is hilarious. I love the honesty. I appreciate that. I mean, like, just out of curiosity, look, I'm not trying to beg you doing thing. I'm an investor like yourself. I mean, is there any of the properties that you might be open to hearing some type of offer on to possibly consider it, right? To maybe move up and do a 1031 exchange or something?
No. But thank you for your
They're just kind of sitting pretty.
reaching
Okay.
out to us.
Okay. I mean, is there a time frame in which I should follow up with you?
Oh, you could follow up in a year.
In a year? That sounds great. Well, listen, in the meantime, Happy New Year, and I'll talk to you next year.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Have a good one. Bye now. Guys, like, don't overcomplicate the business. Literally, look, she doesn't want to sell the properties now. That's fine. I can see she owns a ton of properties. This is another 12-month campaign. Follow up in 6 months. My team takes care of the rest. All that simple. Okay. Long-term follow up. Done. Let's just grab the number. Give me 1 second. There we go. Here. Come on. And posted. Next. Thanks. That's it, guys. That's it. Don't overcomplicate. It's simple, right? Simple. She owns a ton of large multifamily property.
Hello, you've reached Lynn Ackerson.
Pretty large multifamily. Is 52.7 million square feet enough to only do commercial? What? Yeah, I mean, 52.7 million square feet enough to only do commercial. What, are you selling it or are you releasing it? Is that enough? Oh, obviously. It's probably. I mean, like, unless that's one building, I'd probably tell you probably should do some other things. But like, we need some more information here, Ronan. Like the so funny.
Hello?
Yeah, Gary.
Yes.
Yeah, Gary. My name is Henry, and I was calling you about the building you have on North Alden Avenue in Ewing. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Oh, good, thank you.
Great. So the reason for the phone call is my partner and I are going through a 1031 exchange, and we were just calling up a few property owners like yourself in the area to see if you'd be totally against selling the property here.
Yeah, no, we don't have any interest in selling.
Okay, just out of curiosity, and I hear you loud and clear. Do you happen to have any other properties maybe in the portfolio that you'd be more likely to sell than this one? Because obviously it looks like this is something you're spending a lot of time on.
No, we don't.
Got it. Okay. I mean, just curious, like if one of my partners and I wanted to sell another one of our properties, maybe locally, would you want to take a look at it, or are you kind of done buying?
No, we're not really in the market. We're not really property people. We're contractors. We just happen to buy all the surrounding properties so we could control our own destiny.
That makes sense. I mean, it looks like you're going to build something big there, huh?
No building. Just going to continue business as usual, and nobody can give me headaches.
Okay, I can respect that. Okay. I mean, and you sure like there's not like one of the properties maybe towards the front or something like that that's away from everything you might be open to selling for a good price?
No.
Okay. Well, listen, I appreciate the conversation, Gary, and I'll keep you posted.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thanks so much. Have a good one. He's not going to sell it. You're not going to sell and call it a day. Ronan, that's the leasable commercial space around my area. Okay, got it. Yeah, I mean, look, if you're doing leasing.
We've reached the phone apparent slot.
If you're doing leasing, I would probably tell you just to do leasing, right? Like leasing, there's a lot of money to be made and there's a lot of moving parts, right? Like there's like, you need to be on top of your shit. Like, especially if it's new,
You have reached Joseph. Yeah,
it's just like, 52.7 million square feet available, by the way, available. I'd be curious what the actual absorption rate is, or like how much actually got leased in the last 12 months.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, Miss Mackey.
Street Garage, how can I help you?
All right, I have the wrong number. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Bye. Yeah, because like, look, residential to me is sort of like a supplement until you make enough money in commercial to do it full time, right? Like I think that anybody should, look, you could be a dynamic agent and you can sell both. I think, you could be doing a lot of residential business and understand how the commercial real estate side works. But if you're already in the commercial world, if you're already on the commercial, like in the commercial world, and you're already doing leasing and you're already doing sales, I don't think there's much reason to do residential sales. Just like if you get a residential deal, just refer it and make 25%, or you can even find people that maybe will give you 50%, right? Because they're so desperate for business, or you build relationships and you figure it out. But like if you're already in the commercial world, I don't think you go backwards, right? Like I don't think you need to go back to residential. But if you're a residential agent, I do believe in the idea of like graduating to commercial deals, right? Similar to what I did, which is because like in the residential world, the only way you make substantial money is either you do one of two things, right? And actually, I'm going to be honest, like this is probably like just period, right? Like I don't even care if it's residential or commercial, right? Like the only ways to make big money is two ways. Actually, let's call it three ways, three big ways. Okay. As a broker, by the way. Okay. One, you sell an unreasonable amount of property. Okay. Like a ton of property, which by the way is typically the one way that most people know. Okay. Second way is that you sell very expensive properties. Okay. Hey, Joe.
Thank you for calling. Yay.
Okay. So number two is selling very expensive properties, right? Like huge, multi-million dollar or tens of millions of dollars worth of property each time, right? Like the very expensive properties. Okay. So more of them. Hey, Gino. Okay. So again, sell more properties. Number two, selling more expensive properties, right? Why people either sell luxury or they sell commercial properties because they're more expensive. Or the third way is build a team to go do those things for you. Okay. And that's it. Like people overcomplicate how simplistic this industry is, right? Like you either go sell more properties, you go sell more expensive properties, or you go find people to go do that for you. That's it. Right? Like you do some combination of it. Like, sure. Like there's a combination of it, right? Like, sure. But that's it. That's it, people. Like if you want to make more money in real estate. No, I hit next already. That's wrong. Definitely the wrong phone number. If you want to make more money in this business, right, just do one of those things. Sell more property, which we talk about how to do that all the freaking time. I'm doing one of those ways right now. Make more phone calls, right? One. Two, go sell more expensive stuff. So if you're in residential, either sell luxury properties or go sell commercial, right? Easy way to make more money, right? Or three, recruit a bunch of freaking people to go do that for you or with you, right? With you or for you. And that's it. Stop complicating the damn industry. My God. So many people are like, I don't know how to make more money. How do you make more money? Make more phone calls. Reach out to more people, right? Reach out to more people. Have more conversations than anybody else. My team makes hundreds of thousands of conversations every month, right? But of course, you're going to make more, of course, you're going to make more money, right? We do more reach outs. We generate more leads than anybody else. We're probably going to make a lot more money, right? That's just what happens. Over time, that's what will happen, right? And by the way, you might not even experience more income at the beginning, okay? Because there are people where you can make more phone calls, right? Like right now, by the way, I've seen this hundreds of times with different agents that I've worked with, okay? They come in and then they start making more calls than they've ever made in their history, right? They come in and they start making 100 calls a day, 200 calls a day, 300 calls a day, 500 calls a day, sometimes 600, 700, 800 calls a day, okay? They start doing that. And they never did that before. And then they do that for 3-4 weeks and they don't see any result, right? Like as in like they get a bunch of leads because that's what happens, right? But nothing translates, right? Like into income because obviously in the commercial real estate business, like it's not a really, really good price properties and like anything, right? Like if it's not, hey, Matthew.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Matt, my name is Henry. I was calling you about the building you have on High Street in Burlington. How you doing?
Good.
Great. So I was giving you a call because my partner and I are going through a 1031 exchange, and I was just calling to see if you'd be totally against selling the building.
Wait, you're on High Street?
Yes, sir.
I think you got the wrong number, guy. I'm not in Burlington, New Jersey.
Okay, I might have the wrong number. I guess, do you not own a building here on High Street?
In Burlington, New Jersey, no.
Okay, I mean, it sounds like you have another property. I mean, look, like I'm buying all over the state. So if you happen to have something else, I might take a look at it.
No, I got nothing for sale.
Nothing for sale. Okay, I respect it. Sorry about the waste of time. My apologies.
Yeah.
Next. Move on to the next. You know what I mean? So it's like, just, you know, anyways,
Corporation home office.
so anyways, they make these calls, right? Okay. They're making their calls, and over the first few weeks, nothing really happens because if it's not priced appropriately, whether it's residential or commercial, it doesn't sell, right? And then they stop doing what was working, right? Like they were generating a bunch of leads, but then they stopped doing it because a few things happen. They have so many follow-up leads, and like they can't handle it. Or they don't see enough results, so they don't want to keep, quote, wasting their time, right? Doing something that's not getting them results. I'm like, okay, but if you just did this consistently for years, you would make money, right? But like, they don't want to do it for years. They want to get like quick cash. Like, guys, like don't be in commercial real estate if you want quick cash. This is a dinosaur of an industry. It moves very slow. Okay, it's a very slow moving industry, right? It's it's a freaking marathon. It ain't a sprint, right? This industry is not a sprint industry. This is doing the same consistent activities for a long time. So just keep in mind that like so many people look at it as too short term of a window, but like, dude, you've only been hustling for 30 freaking days. No shit. Go to the gym for 30 days. Hey, Miguel.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. I was looking for Miss Rodriguez.
Who's speaking?
My name is Henry. I was looking for Juan or Miguel, please.
Okay, but who is speaking?
I said my name is Henry.
Okay, from where?
Ironstone Capital. I'm an investor in the area, and I was looking for Juan or Miguel in regards to a property they have on Stuyvesant Avenue.
Oh, no, we're not selling. Thank you.
Okay. This is, by the way, when you get a wife on the phone. Right. Thankfully, I have 17 other phone numbers, so I don't really care. But and also the building is in a location that I really don't give a shit about. I'll go to the next one. Ronan says, that's like the leasable commercial space around my area. Thanks for the breakdown. Industrial is the biggest in my area due to the living next to the Walmart headquarters and Tyson Foods. Okay. Yeah. I mean, obviously, if industrial is crushing, you should probably do a little bit more industrial. Leasing is obviously a huge thing. If you're already in commercial, you should probably do a lot of leasing. Do leasing and sales. Learn how both work. Do both, right? Because you can literally make calls just like this, right? Literally, I can make a call just like this, right? I can make calls like I'm doing right now. And then if they say I'm not interested in selling, I can pivot to leasing very easily, right?
2049.
Nice. Santi says he's split between tenant rep and investment sales. We'd love to see it. Gotta says dropping some flames. Love it. Guys, like it's like, if you're going to get in this industry, commit to this industry for 20 years because you're not going to see any major success for at least a few years.
The call has been intercepted by.
It's just not going to matter, right? Like, Lonnie says, I don't prospect tenant rep, but I work inbound calls I get. I would recommend you do both. Why not? Get some off market in Boston and Revere. Anyone have a buyer? There you go. Asking for buyers. Nice job, fast boy. Lonnie says, mainly prospect for investment sales and owners. Love it.
To reach Ken Vargo, dial 1.
But you literally can prospect. If you want to do more tenant rep business, you literally can prospect for seller rep business, right? Like you can do investment sales, okay? You can prospect, let's say you do shopping center tenant rep, okay? You like retail tenant rep. You can call all the property owners in your area who own properties that you'd like to represent, right? To lease them out. And then guess what you can do? You can call them to see if they consider selling it and then pivot the script. And you can immediately move it into the idea of saying like, hey, you don't want to sell your property. No problem. Awesome. Just out of curiosity, are you at 100% occupancy? Right? And then guess they're going to say yes, maybe they're at 100% occupancy, and then they're not going to need you. Or if they're not at 100% occupancy and they haven't been taking it seriously, they are going to need your support, right? And if it's not on the market, especially, right? So it's like, okay, that's a perfect person for you to network with. Why would you not just cold call them? It's the simplest thing in the world. Hey, Larry? Yeah, Larry, my name is Henry. I was calling you about the building you have on 520 Secaucus Road. How you doing?
Not Larry. This is wrong number.
Wrong number. Sorry about that. Have a great day. Ta. Peace out.
Oh, we are not available now. Please call again.
Thank you for calling Brightview Senior.
We're going to keep on cruising, people. We're going to see what we can do. By the way, I was there was a bunch of people who were talking to me, and they were like, "Yeah, Henry, I want to go buy."
Hi, you're reaching.
I mean, these were people making their first 200 grand a year, 300 grand a year last year, 400 grand a year last year, something like that, right? And they're like, Henry, I really want to go buy a new car, or Henry, I really want to buy my this dream watch. Now I'm like, listen, you can go buy, if you can afford it, you can go do whatever you want. I mean, like if you're coming and asking me, like, if you should buy it, I can tell you when you should buy it. All right, I'll break it down. Very simple. If you want to buy something
For calling.
that is not a need to buy, right? Like it's like a want. I'm not telling you, like, look, you can have dreams and aspirations. You can want to buy whatever you want. But what I recommend and what I do personally is the following. So, hey, Will. Okay, nobody's on. So, like as an example, like I want to buy a Rolls Royce. Okay, so it's my dream car. I want to buy a Rolls Royce, and I can afford the car. I'm going to be very clear. I can afford the car. What I want to show you how to do is how to buy it smart. Jesus. So I want to show you how to buy it smart. Number one, set the intention, right? So you want to figure out exactly what you want. Be clear about it, and be you want to know everything about it, right? So I want a Rolls Royce Ghost, right? I want the 4-door, right? It's the Ghost. I want. Hello.
Again.
I want it to be black on black and white interior, black stripes, or even all black interior with the white trim. So either way is fine, but that's what I want. Okay, so I'm very clear with what I want, and I really don't care about the year. It doesn't need to be brand new, is my point. So like I'll buy a few years old, not a big deal. Okay, so I know what I want. Okay, we're clear on that. Number two is you want to know the total cost of this purchase, right? So whether it's a Rolex watch, okay, which you need to know what it costs, right? Or a Rolls Royce or whatever it is, right? Whatever the thing you want, you figure out exactly what it will cost. So in this case, let's just say $200,000. Okay, so
Your message. When you have
okay, totally fine. So, and by the way, you're allowed to want whatever you want. Okay, it could be a Bugatti. I don't give a shit what you want to buy. Okay, you can buy whatever you want to buy. I'm gonna buy whatever I want to buy, but I'm gonna show you how to do it smart. Okay, so you set the intention. We did that. Number two, we find out exactly what it costs. So for me, about 200 grand. Okay, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. I want to buy it used. I don't really care if it's brand new. It doesn't bother me. Okay, so now that we know exactly what it is and what it costs, the next step is the following. Okay, the next step is going to be breaking down goals that will support you in the purchase. Let me explain this, okay? So, as an example, hello, Tay? Yeah, Mr. Kim, can you hear me? Yeah, wrong number. Okay, I can't deal with this. He's not hearing me. So, you want to break down goals that will support you in buying the thing, okay? So, hey, Steven? Okay. So for a $200,000 car, okay, I want to do $1 million in a month net after expenses. So I want $1 million to hit my checking account after expenses and everything else. Okay. So it's like that to me.
And sir. I can't get.
I would feel fine burning 200 grand. Okay. Like, so I said, that's one of my goals, right? $1 million in a month. Okay. Hey, Robert.
Hello.
Yeah, I was looking. Okay. My name is Henry. I was calling you about the building you have on Tennessee Avenue in Atlantic City. How you doing? All right. I have the wrong number. Thanks. Come on. Wasting time. So one thing is $1 million net in a month.
In our company.
Okay. Number two is that I recommend that you buy a property that equates to what you want to buy, right? So I'm going to go buy a property, right, that gives me enough cash flow. Hey, Barbara?
Got it. I'm unavailable. Please.
Right? Because the buying a property does two things, okay? Number one, I do it for tax purposes because I want to buy a property that I can do a cost seg and I want to write off and depreciate as much of that asset as possible. So also the next year I don't have a lot of money in taxes, right? Because a lot of people overpay in taxes because they don't buy any real estate. Hey, John?
Hello?
Yeah, hi, John. My name is Henry. I was calling you about the building you have on Wagner Street. Okay, thanks so much. Have a great day. Thanks. So I'm buying a property to do a cost seg on it, okay, so that I can wipe out as much of my tax bill as possible. But number two, I do it because I want cash flow to pay for the vehicle, right? So let's say I buy the Rolls Royce. It's 200 grand. Put down 20%, $40,000. Okay. Hey, Barbara.
Hi. I'm sorry.
Okay, I put down the 40 grand or nothing. It doesn't matter what I am. But let's just say the payments are $5 grand a month, right? I'm making it up. Okay. Let's say it's $5,000 a month. I need a cash flow of $5 grand a month for it. Okay. So I want to do a cost seg so I can get the depreciation, the tax play. But number two, right? The second thing is that I want to have the cash flow from it. Right. So I don't care if you're going to go buy a $10,000 Rolex watch as an example, right? Or if you're going to go buy a $200,000 Rolls Royce, or if you're going to want to buy a $2 million, $3 million Bugatti. Like, I don't care what you're buying, right? But do it smart. Right. So you literally get clear on it. Okay. Get clear on the intention, what it is. Number two, you get clear on how much it will cost. Number three, you do the math as to what you need to achieve in order to get the thing, right? You don't just buy the thing because you, quote, can't afford it, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you can afford it.
Hello?
Yeah, I was looking for Robert, please.
Robert who?
Goldstein.
You know, you're calling my cell phone. You
Yeah,
can take me off the
that's
list.
the
I
wrong
don't know
number.
why I always get his phone calls.
You're
He's a
good,
piece
no
of
worries.
shit.
Okay, well, I
Okay.
appreciate the feedback. Thanks. He's a piece of shit because he has my phone number. Anyways, so now you get clear on what goals you have to achieve in order to make you feel very good about the purchase, right? Number one, $1 million net in a month for me. Number two, I need to go buy a property, do a cost seg, and have it cash flow at enough money every single month in addition to what my current income is. Hello, Gary?
Hello?
Wrong number. Right? So this allows me to feel good about my purchase because then after I do that, right, I can hit those two goals, right? After I do those two goals, I feel good about it.
Into voicemail.
Right? Because I'm like, I do $1 million net in a month and I bought a property and a cash flow is $5 grand a month. I could buy the car and not feel bad about it at all. I'm like, great. I did what I was supposed to do to buy the vehicle. Right? Cool. No problem. Right? But people go like, oh, I've got money in my checking account. I can afford it. I'm going to buy it. Right? And by the way, same thing for, I don't care if you want to buy a Rolex, $10,000 Rolex watch. It's like, fine. But even if you have 100 grand in your checking account, look, the 10 grand's not going to kill you. Like, you can spend the 10 grand, right? Like, hey, Jeff?
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Jeff. My name's Henry. I was calling you about the property you have on Bakeland Avenue in Middlesex. How you doing?
Yeah. I'm all right. I'm busy.
I know you're busy.
I ain't sure the selling or anything like that.
Okay. I mean, like, even if you got an incredibly agreeable number for the property?
Nope.
No. Okay. I mean, I know you run a salvage yard here, right?
Salvage yard? No.
Or is it like a truck repair?
Yep.
Okay. Would you want to buy another building if I had one locally that does the same thing?
No, I got one. I don't need it all.
Okay. I respect it.
money now anyway.
I understand. Okay. Makes sense. Sounds good. Thanks, Jeff. Bye. He occupies the building, doesn't want to sell it. Anyways. But then it's like, okay, again, if you have 100 grand in the checking account, you want to buy a $10,000 watch, like, You could do it. I'm not saying you can't do it. Like, who the fuck am I to tell you what to do? But I am saying if you want to do it smart, take 50 grand and go buy a property. Okay. Then do a cost seg on the property. Okay. Like you can do a FHA loan to get into a 2-family, 3-family, 4-family, whatever. You go find a $200,000 2-family, go live in one of the units. The other property, the other unit will cash flow. 1 year later, you move out. Now the property cash flow is $1,000 a month as an example, $500 a month as an example. Okay. Now you go buy the Rolex watch. Yeah, John? Hold on. Yeah. Now you go buy the Rolex watch. But you bought it because you did a cost seg on the property, okay, which you probably wrote off $50, $60, $70, $80, $100,000, okay, for buying the property. Good for you. And then you got $500 a month plus in cash flow. You're just paying yourself back for the watch you just bought. That's the smart way to do it. Okay, and you say, I'm not buying the Rolex watch unless I do, let's just say, $25,000 a month, and you never did that before. Kudos, right? Good for you. Right? You deserve it, right? For me, this Rolex watch, which I paid $9 grand for it. Hello? Great conversation. Okay. I paid $9 grand for this watch. Now, I bought this a long time ago, but this watch means a lot to me because it was my first $100,000 net income month. Okay. I said I was not going to buy a Rolex watch until I did 2 things. Okay. 2 things specifically. Number 1, buy a 4-family. Okay. And number 2, net $100,000 in a month. And I did both of those things and I bought the freaking watch. Okay. So that's why, because here's the smart thing. Now I don't feel guilty at all about buying the watch. But sometimes when you're like, okay, you could have $500,000 in your checking account and you want to buy a $100,000 watch. To me, it's like, yeah, you can afford it. I'm not saying you couldn't. You can burn 100 and it probably wouldn't change too much of your life. Right. Right now I could buy a Rolls Royce and burn 200 grand and it wouldn't change my life. Right. But what's important to understand is you should be doing it from a place of excess, abundance, right? Like super abundance, because you want to also accelerate your success, right? For the next thing you're going to want, because you're always going to want possibly another thing, right? So it's like, okay, well, I don't want to do something that pushes me backwards. We're like, okay, I want to do something that pushes me forward, because that property that's going to cash flow $5 grand a month not only takes care of my payment, but not just this payment, it'll take care of every payment for any car that I want going forward, right? As long as I only have, the same amount of cars. You know what I'm saying? So people make it way too complicated. Anyways, I'm done ranting about that. Next, I have people who say, let's see here. Ronan says, do you have a schedule when you go live? Typically either Mondays or Tuesdays, and then Fridays I try to go live. That's my plan. I try to go live maybe 2 days a week, just because otherwise I'm making a lot of calls. And if I'm making my calls, I might as well go live, right? So most of the time I do that. Hey, Frank? I'm sorry, I was looking for...
Can I take a message?
Sure. My name is Henry, Henry. And I was calling him about a property on McBride Avenue.
Henry is your name?
Yes.
Okay, what's your phone number?
Direct line for me at the office is 908-216-6532.
55.
6532. Okay.
Okay, I'll give him the message.
You're the best. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Santi says, do you do deals in South Florida? Yes. Yes, we do. We do deals all over the country. I live in South Florida. Love to do some business together. Matt says, at what point in the day do you handle all the little problems, fired, etc., that pop up during the transactions? Fires. Got it. So I'll say to you this: the first hour to hour and a half in the day, all the fires are handled. Right. So by 9:30, probably 9:45, roughly 9:45 in the morning, all the fires are handled. Maybe 10 o'clock at the latest. Right. By all that, by 10 o'clock, all my fires are handled, and I don't really need to worry about it. Right. And then something new might come up, but I don't handle those fires until later today. Like the deal's not going to implode, in a matter of minutes. It's going to take roughly a day for that to happen, right? So I'm like, I have some time, and I'm also not going to affect my future business by taking all this time away from it. And honestly, dude, if you have that many fires going on, like, listen, one fire, like, how do you, some people are just like, oh, I have all these little things that go on, and then this deal and that deal. Like, guys, like, I have a transaction management team who handle a majority of things. And then I'm called in for craziness and fires and things are going to blow up and die. Right. So, like, hire a transaction manager. You can literally hire a licensed agent. Okay. There are plenty of people who do this in every state. You can pay them $250, $100, $250, $300, $500, whatever it is, per transaction to handle your deals for you. Okay. Doesn't have to be expensive, and they will get paid at closing. Okay. Maybe you pay them 50% up front or 25% up front or something like that, but it doesn't have to be expensive. So, like, you can have somebody else handle your transactions. I did this immediately. Okay. Because you need a transaction manager. You shouldn't be reliant on everything. It just doesn't make any sense. You're going to go ballistic. Right. So, anyways, don't make it so complicated for yourself. Just, like, again, that all gets handled before. And then I have a 30-minute session in the afternoon as well, where, again, more of my assistants handle it. But I have a 30-minute session where if anything comes up, it's kind of like a movable meeting where, like, essentially it's just my assistants on the calls or on a Zoom. We handle all the red flags that come up. If there's nothing that comes up, then I don't have to even do it. Like, and then it gets moved back to more follow-ups. Hello, John.
Hello?
I'm sorry. I'm looking for John Campbell, please.
John Campbell, he expired some time ago.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Who's calling?
My name is Henry. I was calling for, I guess, whoever owns the building on Southern Street in Trenton.
Okay. What information did you need?
I was just looking for the property owner because I'm also an investor in the area, and I was curious to see if they consider selling the property.
Okay. And what's the address on Southern Street?
947.
And your name again?
My name is Henry.
Henry. And your telephone number?
Telephone number at my office is 908-216-6532.
Okay. All right, Bob. I'll give this to Ms. Campbell, and
You're the best.
she may get in contact with you.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Guys, hour 38. We're probably going to go for at least another 20 minutes, probably till 12:30. Then I got to make some other calls and be on some Zooms. Let's see here. Team's got a couple leads that are popping up in the chats. Just reading a few of them. Nothing crazy here. And what about this one?
This is Smith. We can't get to the phone right now. Please.
All right. Let's see what we can make happen in the next 20 minutes. I want another good seller lead. That's what we want, people. That's what we want.
Anything. Hello?
I already hit next, son of a bitch. Oof. Okay, no, yeah. See what we can make happen. My goodness. By the way, I'm going to be in Chicago. I'm going to be in Chicago on the 27th of March at an event I'm speaking at. If you're in the Chicago area, I'd love to meet you. We're going to do like networking afterwards. It's a free event, by the way, absolutely free.
Hello?
system and would like to access it now.
So if you're in the Chicago area or around there, I'd love to meet you guys. All you have to do is DM me on Instagram or email me at the info@henryeisenstein.com email.
Thank you for calling Douglas Volkswagen.
I'll actually add that to the banner. Why don't I add that here? Give me a minute.
Current. For service, press 1. For sales, press 2. For parts.
So yeah, if you have any questions, you can always email me, info@henryeisenstein.com. I just added it to the notes here at the bottom. Obviously, check out the description. A bunch of free stuff for you to download. Guys, I don't care if you never buy anything from me. I don't care. I just make this content for free anyways. Absorb it. Enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you've yet to do so already. Enjoy it. You know, I hope you make a ton of money. That's my dream. That's my plan. And obviously, you know, but all I ever care about is helping people make more money. That's it. You know, and the real estate business has changed my life. I hope I can help you allow it to change yours, you know, by learning from my mistakes. And that's why I create the content.
But unfortunately, we are.
You know, that's it. You know, I got, you know, nothing else. You know what I mean? It's like, I just do this because I love giving back. Hey, James. James, can you hear me? Good chat. All right. Well, we're going to go 2 hours minimum, right? We're doing 2 hours of live calls, absolute minimum. Right? Let's see what we can make happen today. By the way, if you're looking to enhance your skill sets on the phones, join my SKOOL community. You can join for free for a week.
After the beep.
Be a part of at least one call, okay? Like, join the SKOOL community. You're gonna love it. And if you hate it, don't pay, right? Like, you can leave and don't pay, right? Like, join the SKOOL community for free. Join it, be a part of it. It's in the description down below. You can join for free for a week, okay? Enjoy it for a week. Join one of the Zoom calls for free. If you hate it, you just don't pay, right? Like, it's totally fine. But join it for a week, right? Like, be a part of it for a week. Just check it out. Right? It's literally, and then it goes to $27 a month. Again, like, I don't need you to pay for it. I don't care if you absolutely hate it. Do not pay me, for God's sakes. Like, but literally for 30 minutes of live training, right? Like, literally 30 minutes of live training, and like, guys, like, this is the cheapest thing I could ever imagine doing. Okay, like, it's already 130 plus people in the 130, 140, 150. I don't know how many people are in there, but there's well over 100 people in the SKOOL community. Check it out. It's free for a week. If you hate it, don't continue to pay. I don't need the $27. Just join it, right? For free. If you love it, stay. If you don't love it, leave, right? But in the SKOOL, if you want to, master the art on the phones, if you want to enhance your skill set of generating more opportunities, if you want to understand how to convert sellers to buyers and buyers to sellers, make sure you generate endless leads. Hey, John. John, it's Henry. How you doing?
Hello, there you are. What are you, coming back on a space shuttle or something?
Hopefully, eventually. I mean, hopefully not. The other one blew up recently.
I'll become friends with Musk if you're gonna.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, no, I've been busy as shit doing so much crap. I just haven't been able to back down in Florida now.
I understand.
So I may want to do something. I'm not sure yet. I haven't had a chance to think about it because I'm doing so many other things.
Do you want me to speak to your? Do you want me to speak to your assistant and just handle it that way, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I am the assistant these days.
Really?
I'm the maitre d' and head bottle washer.
Oh my goodness, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I just with everything going on, and plus I'm on the board of the condo down here. I'm trying to finish up roofs and some other stuff. So
yep,
putting a marketing program together. So it's just a lot of things going on. So
yeah.
You've been there.
I understand.
I really have a lot of things going. I can tell you that things are popping like hell though.
Well, look, I was also wanting to get in touch with you because maybe we could do a deal for the shopping centers first, and we can deal with your the warehouse later.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me get back. You're in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're on the east side, right? You're with the rich guys.
The rich guys. LOL. I'm trying to be one of the rich guys.
Yeah, what are you in Boca?
No, right now we're going to be in Coral Gables.
Oh, Coral Gables. That's better. I remember Coral Gables. I built the Porsche deal. I think it's a Porsche or Volkswagen dealership on Bird Road and Route 1.
Really? Okay, that's wild.
I built that in 1979.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah, it's a different world back then.
that's for sure. It's changed a lot.
Coral Gables has always been that was always the place. That's always where seems like everybody I dealt with was there.
Yeah, I mean we're trying to start a family, so like that's why we're out here.
No, it's a good area. It was. I don't. I can't tell you distinctly because it was a few years ago.
For sure.
But I did a lot of stuff. I built all Norman Brayman stuff, his Porsche dealerships and crap. Yeah, I mean it was Florida was very active in those days.
Yeah, and it still is somehow.
There was a lot of drug money around.
And there's still more of it around today.
Yeah, I remember that. I think half the production of 928 Porsches, because they had the 928 that was the first rear-driven Porsche front engine.
Okay.
And I think 90% of their sales were South Florida.
I believe it.
18-year-old kids.
I believe it. Oh, God bless.
That was before the $10,000 limit on cash.
Oh, okay, got it. That makes sense.
And I remember sitting in dealerships, and they literally the sales would be helping them carry the cash in.
That's hilarious. God bless them.
You know, and I remember I used to sit there and go, boy, the paper routes really pay good down here. You know?
Yep.
So, but hey, nothing ever changes.
That's correct.
You know, just the players changed. That's all.
That's right. Well, listen, I want to do something together. So I mean, let me know how else I could support.
Okay,
I think.
what I'll do, let me do. I'm just getting my act together. I just got back down here late Saturday, and I've been running ever since.
Yep.
So just give me a chance to catch up midweek. I'll give you a call, which would be probably be tomorrow or Thursday.
Okay, that works.
Okay, because I got a board meeting going to start in about 10 minutes.
Okay, let's do it. Sounds like a plan.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, buddy. Bye.
Bye.
This guy has been stringing me along for a little while. Oh, I just hung up the phone. I didn't mean to hang up the phone. Oh, dear. All right, well, let's make some follow-up calls, okay? Because I hung up the dialer. We're going to make some follow-up calls. Let's do that right now, okay? So you guys are going to all watch. Let's make some follow-up calls. Here we go. Here we go. All right, so first follow-up call we got. Let's go here. Let's drag this over. Let's refresh the screen. Give me a minute. Let's make some follow-up calls, people. You ready for this? Here we go. Number one. Numero uno. Oh, good. Oh, nice cracks. Ooh.
Hi, this is Mike.
All right, I'll have my agent call him. Didn't answer the phone. Next. Here we go. Next one is going to be, here we go. I need to find this. Here we go. Next, here we go.
All right.
Hey, Bob, how we doing?
We're doing good.
Wonderful. So yesterday went well. We appreciate that very much. Just wanted to give you a call real quick. Do you happen to have any of the type of? I need to know a little bit more about the financials, like what the current tenants are paying.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have any type of breakdown you can share with me?
I can tell you right off the top of my head. What do you want?
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do it. So, like, you have the 3 retail and the 6 apartments. Let's talk about some numbers. If you can just whatever comes off the top of the head first, I'm just going to write it down.
There are actually only 2 commercial because the former deli liquor store, my business, whatever, I closed that a few years ago. So that's 0 income at this point.
What do you mean by 0 income? You mean like the one, because you have 1 vacant, correct?
Yeah, 1 vacant, right.
That makes sense. Okay. What about the 2 commercial tenants that you have?
The other 2 would be about 13, 19, about $2,000 a month for both of them.
$2,000 each or $2,000 total?
Total.
So they're about $1,000 each.
One's 13, the other's 650.
Which one's which?
The new tenants as of January 1st, they're paying $1,300.
Is that the liquor store?
No, there's no liquor. Sold the license years ago.
Okay, so what store is that?
They manufacture or they do kitchen rebuilds.
Okay, so they're paying $1,300 and they just signed new lease.
Yes,
For how long?
a year. That can be extended. I'm flexible.
Okay, great. And then the other one's what was the other tenant?
She's a tutor, and she's paying $648 a month.
$648 a month. Okay, and then how many? Are they month to month, or is that also a 1-year lease?
I only have the cabinet makers, the kitchen people, formalized lease. Everybody else is month to month.
Got it. Okay, and that includes the residential units too.
Yeah, everybody. Actually, I have not raised anybody since 2020.
That's okay. We'll take care of that. So then tell me about the apartment. So apartment 1 is?
I got a 633 on 201.
Okay, 16633. Okay.
600 for 203 front F.
Okay, hold on 1 second. This is front F, and then the other one was what was the 633?
201.
201.
There are 4 lots: 199, 201, 203, and 205.
Got it. Okay. Now, let's talk about the 3rd unit now.
And then if you go to the north end of the building, up the driveway, which is part of the building, if you will, I have a 3-room in there. They're paying $850 a month.
$850, and that's for unit which one? That's unit what?
205 F front.
Got it.
And 205 rear, it's like a 5.5 room apartment. They're paying $1,400 a month.
Okay, so just to clarify, you said 4-room apartment. So like, was that a 1-bedroom?
2-bedroom. No, it's about 5.5.
5 rooms. And then you have the other 2 apartments, right? You have the 5th apartment, which is vacant.
That's correct. That's the one they inspected. What's the chap's name?
You met Marty.
Marty. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and then
And
so you have
actually, he came up with a friend.
yeah.
And he apologized because GPS, whatever, sent him into Jersey City.
Yep,
So
wrong
they had him running
location.
around in circles, and he said a police officer and they had a funeral, maybe some sort of yesterday. So they blocked off a lot of streets, and that's why he's late. No problem, you know.
Okay. And then just to clarify, so that you had the 6 apartments, you said 4 of them. Which ones are vacant? What unit number are they?
199 rear is the vacant apartment,
Okay.
residential.
Yep.
And then behind the deli, and you have to enter from the back of the building, there's no common hallway in terms of all the egresses for everybody, which is, you know, from what I understand, an insurance plus. But anyway, she got a 2-bedroom back there, like 4.5 rooms, and she's paying $1,025 a month.
And that's the last unit there, which is
That's correct.
1,025. Okay, and then sorry, that unit number is what?
The unit is what?
That unit number is 199 front.
No, it's 203R rear.
203R. Got it. So unit 201.
Addresses are contingent on the lot. And since the lot number is, I don't know, before I bought the place, all 4 lots were joined into one property.
Yep.
And, but that's why it's 201 or 203 or 205.
No, that makes sense. So just to clarify real fast, how many, the first one you said, which was at $633 a month, how many rooms is that?
It's a studio.
That's a studio. Okay, hold on 1 second.
And there's another studio on Prospect. He's paying $600 a month.
And that one's a studio as well. Okay.
All right.
And then the
I believe
850.
that the gentleman before me there, when the building first went up, there were 6 businesses there. But things have changed over the last 50 years. People go to a mall or wherever the hell they go, they drive. And so he converted 2 of the businesses.
That
I
makes
guess
sense.
he had trouble trying to rent into the studios.
I understand. And then the 850 unit 205 front is how many rooms?
3 rooms.
3 rooms. Got it. So it's like a 1-bedroom.
1 bedroom, yep.
Yep. And then the one that's paying $1,400 is 5 rooms, which is a 2-bed. Then you have the one that's paying $1,025, which is 4 rooms and is also a 2-bedroom. Correct?
That's correct.
What's the vacant one? How many bedroom or how many rooms is that?
2 bedrooms.
Another 4 rooms. Okay. Got it. Okay. This looks good. And you said every tenant is month to month.
That's correct, except the kitchen guys.
Got it. Okay. I'm gonna get to work and then we'll try to get something over to you shortly. Okay.
Very good. We're here.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Bye now. Okay, wonderful, great. Here we go. So look, sometimes you got to sit on the phone with them, guys, and you have to get every bit of information. Okay. Some people don't spend the time. They're like, oh yeah, I'm going to send you all the information. Guys, just get it. Just get it. Get the information as fast as you possibly can so that you can move faster. Right? Like people take way too much freaking time to get information. There we go. Okay. Anyways, we got the information. I'm very happy about it. Next. Okay. We're at 12:30. I'm probably going to wrap up in just a few minutes here, but we're going to make a few more follow-up calls real quick. Let's see what we got to do today. Second. Okay, 1 second here. Okay. Everything else I'm going to handle afterwards. I got Zoom calls and other things. But anyways, I'm glad we got through a bunch of different conversations. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. Tune in on Friday for more live streaming, more content to come. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It means the freaking world to me. And I'll see you guys Friday bright and early. Appreciate you. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.